everyone, welcome back. So if you couldn't tell, this isn't my typical type of video, and if you're new here, I usually make gaming videos which are related to Apex Legends and Monster Hunter World. However, in my last video I did ask whether you'd want to see Speedpaint videos from me, and a few people commented and said they would, so here it is. Just so you know though that this is a old art piece that I did around 1 or 2 years ago. I know that was a long time ago, but I liked how this art piece turned out and I thought you would like to see it. Also, I showed this in my last video, so I felt like that should be the piece that I show, and I had recorded this ages ago. I used to make Speedpaint videos a while ago, but I dropped off of that, and I used to have a YouTube channel around 7-8 years ago as well, which was primarily based on The Sims. I was really addicted to The Sims back then, probably unhealthily, but I got out of that. I haven't played The Sims actually since then, partly because my computer died and I have a new PC now, but I haven't played The Sims on there. So anyway though, that's like off topic from this video. This is a character from Attack on Titan, and spoiler, her name is Historia Reiss. I think that's how you pronounce it. But she is formerly known as Christa Lenz. I really like this character. I think she's really cute and small. I don't know, she just seems like a really nice character and I just wanted to draw her, I guess. But the cat that she's holding has nothing to do with the anime, so just ignore that. I just really like cats, okay? I just wanted to add a cat, so I did. It's art, so you can add whatever you want to art, right? But I don't even own a cat yet. I like them, but I'm not a crazy cat lady, just so you know. I just like cats. I did have 2 dogs though, but sadly they passed away. I really miss them, but that's just life, isn't it? It sucks, but yeah, I really love my dogs. I still do. This is going too deep so far. Okay, change the topic really quickly. Anyway, this anime. If you don't know, like I said earlier, this is Attack on Titan. It's probably one of the most popular Western animes, like beside Naruto, I guess you would say. It is a very dark anime though. It's very gory and kind of more on the horror side. Well, it's more of a thriller, I guess. But if you don't like blood and gore, don't watch this anime. I mean, I don't, but I really like the story and the way the characters progress. It's a really good show in my opinion. It is very bloody though. Keep that in mind. And it's made me cry a few times. It's just a really good anime. And the last season comes out next year in autumn, I believe. I don't think they have an actual date yet, but around that time. But there's so many good animes out there. I mean, recently I've watched Demon Slayer, which has been a very popular anime recently. I watched it kind of late though, but I think that quickly became my new favourite anime. I mean, I've been a really big fan of Sword Art Online, and I know that's going to be really controversial me saying that, but I really did like it, probably because I took it more personally. I don't know, I felt like I related to it. That's why I liked it so much, and it had more meaning to me. I know the story was lacking in season 3. If you've seen that, oh my gosh, it's such a letdown. Oh gosh, there's like another part of the season that's come out recently, and I find it so boring. It's just, I mean, I can barely watch it. It's just dragging on too much, and it's just, I don't want to watch it. I'm actually not watching anything at the moment. Well, there is that Sword Art Online, but it's just too boring. I can't watch it. I finished Demon Slayer. I tried to watch it slowly. It didn't happen. It was too addicting, and I'm actually planning on making a speed paint for that too. I have the initial sketch that I've done for it, but I need to clean it up and then paint it, and I'm actually planning on painting it in a style similar to this one, but I haven't done that in a long time, so I have no idea how that's going to turn out. The way that I draw now is mainly for my thumbnails, which is basically just flat colours, sometimes gradients on them, and then I cel shade, except this is more like detailed drawings, I guess. But it takes so long to do this as well. I don't actually know how long this took me. I remember working on it for several days though. I don't just sit down and do it in one day normally. At least drawings like this I don't, but I don't know, I kind of miss drawing something like this, so I kind of want to do something more detailed again. That's why I'm thinking of making the Demon Slayer one in this style, and this style is actually in the style of Ross Draws, if you know who that is. He's a really popular artist and I really like his style. I think it's really pretty and I wanted to try it out with this drawing. So I do all my drawings in Photoshop. As you can see, this is an older version since it was an older drawing, but I still use Photoshop to this day. It's the only software that I use to draw all my art, digitally anyways, just because I'm more used to it and I like the way Photoshop works. It just works better for me. Of course, there's like free softwares out there that are similar to Photoshop, but Photoshop is my go-to and I haven't actually tried out the other softwares, but I don't know, I'm used to Photoshop, so I just draw in that now, and I like all the different options they have. But when I draw, I start out with a really rough sketch. I mean, it's like terribly rough but I use the normal Photoshop brush for that. But then I'll go over it again to clean up some of the lines a little bit more, just to define the shapes a little bit more. Then once I have a more prominent figure, I guess you would say, or a more prominent drawing, I'll then go over it again and clean up the lines completely. I usually change the colour of my line art after I've drawn it to a dark red, just because I prefer how that looks when I colour it. After doing all the line art, I will then add flat colour, and I will usually add a gradient onto the flat colours just because I think it looks a bit better as a base. I don't just leave it as flat colours, I draw on top all my shadows and highlights and things. From my thumbnails, it's much different to how I draw something like this. So for my thumbnails, I'll do the same flat colours and gradients, but then I would literally just do one layer of shadow and highlight, and it's cel shaded as well, so it's not blended in. I think that looks better for thumbnails, it's just more simple, so for me it works. I prefer how that looks, and I've actually only drawn that way for a really long time actually, and I am planning on drawing like this again with my Demon Slayer drawing that I'm planning on doing. And if you like this kind of video, I will do more of them. This is sort of like a test run, I guess, to see what you all think of speed paints and whether I should keep going at it. They won't be the prominent feature on my channel though, I will focus on gaming more, but I thought every now and again it'd be nice to just throw in a speed paint. And I'll probably add some more simpler speed paints as well. I don't know, I just really like how this one looked. I do have a speed paint of a character from Beyond the Boundary. I believe her name is Izumi Naze, I think that's how you pronounce it. I mean, I'm not good at pronouncing names if you couldn't tell right now. I mean, I couldn't pronounce half of the Monster Hunter's monsters' names probably, so but I do have a speed paint of her which is in a simpler style. And also, don't be discouraged when you look at other people's artwork. I know that I want to do that. I always think, oh, they're so much better than me, I'm never going to be like them. You shouldn't judge your own artwork by looking at other people's art and wishing that you could draw like them, because it doesn't necessarily work like that. You have to keep practicing and keep drawing to get to a higher skill level. I mean, that's with anything, right? You have to keep doing it over and over again. Keep practicing that skill to get better at it. You're not going to get better at it instantly just in a day. And also, supplies. I think that's a big thing to point out as well. A lot of people think if you buy more expensive things, more expensive supplies, then you'll be better at art. That's not how it works. You can make a really cool drawing with the supplies that you have so far. For example, to do digital art, you don't need Photoshop to make some awesome art. People use things like GIMP or Fire Alpaca, which are free software that are similar to Photoshop, so you could do exactly the same thing but just with a different software. And also Photoshop brushes. I've seen that around a lot. People asking, oh my god, what brushes do you use? Or if I use this brush, it'll make my drawing better. It's not necessarily true. I mean, it's really not true actually. I mainly use just the normal Photoshop brushes, like the presets that they have. I do have some that I downloaded, but don't rely on brushes so much. You don't need them. What I would say is just to practice on your proportions and watch other people's speed paints. I think that helped me a lot as well. Watching how they do things, you get tips from them. Just like how you watch people play games, you might learn a new tactic from them. It's the same thing with art as well. You'll learn a new way to draw something. But yeah, don't be so hard on yourself. With every drawing that you do, you will obviously get better and better, so don't be discouraged. You'll be fine. Just keep practicing and you'll get better. Anyways, I've been talking for too long right now, and I think I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you like this kind of video and I'll make more. So thank you so much again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.